Liverpool now, Arne Slot's new side, beaten on penalties at Wembley. Virgil van Dijk admits there's a lot of work to do if they want to retain their title.
We need a couple of things that we have to improve as a team if we want to retain the title, what will be obviously a very big job in itself. So we have a recovery day tomorrow, and then we fully focus on Bournemouth, what will be a very tough game. But I'm really looking forward to the start of the Premier League.
Right, OK, so Van Dijk with more interesting comments, Charlie, because he actually suggested that Liverpool could do with another striker, which of course prompts more Isak speculation. Let's say that Isak does go to Liverpool. I mean, just how strong will they be?
Oh, they're very strong. So at the top end of the pitch, I mean, they'll be very strong. But ultimately, the way I look at the moment, they're strong now. If he comes in, then they'll really take it to another level, because that's the type of player he is. But I think you need to look in the defensive area. They need another centre half, because Conte's only got 1 year left. And they don't want to go through the scenario that they had to with Van Dijk and Salah last year. Not at all.
Alexander Arnold, who ended up going.
Exactly, but Konate's number one to Virg, isn't he? Next to him as his partner. So you can't imagine him. You wouldn't want to leave him on a free. He goes on a free. That's the problem. So you only allow him to leave on a free if you've got someone that's replacing, but he's in already for the year, and that's why I think the speculations come out with Mark Gay.
Yeah, and of course, Joe Gomez is a brilliant player, but has been injured quite a lot. So do you think that, because Jamie Carragher had some good quotes last week saying, yes, he does want Liverpool to sign Isak, but he thinks it's a heck of a lot of money. And also, again, like you're saying, at the back, that's somewhere they need to strengthen too. If it was one or the other, I'm not saying that it is, but if it was one or the other, would you prioritise centre-back rather than Isak?
After yesterday, I'd say centre-half, yeah. After yesterday, so much quality at the top end of the pitch. Wirtz was brilliant, little pockets that he picks up a space, moves the ball really well. A lot of the game went through him. And Ekitike showed his quality, not only scoring the goal, because the goal was brilliant, first touch, etc., but his hold-up play was superb. Little flicks round the corner, bringing the defender in, little up-back and throughs. He was superb, and as watching as a centre-forward, I thought he was phenomenal yesterday, yeah.
How impressive have you been with Liverpool's transfer business, though? Because they won the league, and sometimes you can probably understand an owner saying, well, we won the league, we don't need to do that much. But Milos Kerkez has come in, Florian Wirtz, who you've mentioned, Jeremy Frimpong has come in. Now, Mohamed Ashbili, that was actually done last year, but he's come in, so that money's gone out of the account. Got Hugo Ekitike as well, who you've mentioned too. So they've won the league, and then they've gone out and done that.
I think you can't argue with the business. The business they've done has been fantastic, right? And they've won the league. Yes, they won the league. The other teams obviously couldn't catch them, but also they was winning continuous. Their form was so good that even when they drop points, they end up going and win 5 or 6 games on the bounce. However, they've won the league, and instead of just rest on their laurels, they've gone, right, we're gonna add to this team. Arne Slot said, OK, we'll go through the year and not add no one in. And they was phenomenal, right? Probably didn't think they'd win the league, and not the way they did. But this time, they've added the firepower in areas that Liverpool needed. But lost Trent, Jeremy Frimpong come in. Andy Robertson's getting older, bringing Kerkez. Now, that's a straight swap. Andy Robertson's not giving up his position, is he? Let's be honest. Florian Wirtz has come in. He was the wow factor, the wow signing. And I've got to be honest, nobody thought that Ekitike was coming to Liverpool, because everyone thought he was going to Newcastle. But then there's the power. As soon as Liverpool come in, Ekitike, eyes opened, and next minute he signed for Liverpool. I think they've done fantastic business.
Well, we should mention it. Business is two-way, isn't it? Darwin Núñez, 56.6 million. Trent Alexander-Arnold, OK. They did end up getting £10 million from him, didn't they, in the end? Kevin Kelleher, 18 million. Jarell Quansah for 35 million. Luis Diaz was, of course, 60 million. Tyler Morton, they got £15 million from Lyon for him, as well as another £3 million for Nat Phillips as well. Does it annoy you when you sometimes see or hear people talk about how much a club has spent without taking into account what they've recouped?
But I think it's almost along that bit. No one really wants to talk about that bit, because Johan goes, oh, their transfer business, look at the players they're bringing in, etc. Yeah, that's fine, but look at the players they've moved out of the door and the money they've brought in. So it's allowed them to spend the money they have and attract the players. They attract the players because of how well they've done on the pitch last season. There's no getting away from that. But the business they've done of the players going out, they've got some serious money in.
Well, let's bring in a Liverpool fan then. Peter Bolster is going to talk to us now. Peter.
Liverpool's pursuit of Newcastle striker Alexander Isak has sparked debate among fans and pundits. But is a new centre-half an even bigger priority? With Virgil van Dijk still commanding the backline and Ibrahima Konate offering power and pace, the Reds have quality, but questions linger over depth and durability. Injuries in recent seasons have exposed vulnerabilities, and with Joel Matip gone, the defense could use fresh reinforcement to withstand the demands of a long, grueling campaign. While Isak's pace, movement, and clinical finishing would undoubtedly add firepower to Arne Slot's attack, some argue that bolstering the backline should come first. The Premier League is a battlefield where titles are often won by the team that concedes the fewest goals, and Liverpool know all too well how costly defensive lapses can be. The challenge now is finding the perfect balance. Secure the defense, or strike first for a proven goalscorer who could light up Anfield.